Mike, what's up, guys? Mic check. Mic check. All right, we're good. All right, what is up? Happy Monday. Taking your questions, calls, comments. Victory Monday for Carolina fans. 41-7 win over the Vanderbilt Commodores. If you guys want to leave your comments, questions, you can call in as well, 843-790-3377, as we do each and every single day here, Monday through Friday, talking Vandy. We can also start to talk Auburn. If you want to talk Auburn Tigers, I know we're all really obviously excited for that game. I'm really looking forward to looking ahead to that game against Auburn. Obviously talking with Alex McGrath today, which will be tomorrow's podcast, breaking down Vanderbilt. We'll talk a lot of Auburn as well, and just go from there. But yeah, feels good. Feels good to sit here on a Monday after getting a victory over the weekend for sure. Hope you're all having a fantastic Monday. Phil Carter Harris, what's up, man? Puff, what's up? KG asks, keep Muschamp. Listen, you beat Vandy. You beat a team you were supposed to beat. I talked about it on the podcast. It's one game. Let's not all get carried away. But, hey, it was great to beat that. Let me grab my water real quick, by the way. I forgot it over here. Grab my water. Agua. Need the agua on a Monday. Need the agua. Gotta have the agua. All right. Yeah, like I said, taking your questions, comments, everything else. But, yeah, Will Muschamp, listen, you beat a team you were supposed to beat. I talked about on the podcast. Let's not get carried away, guys. It was Vanderbilt. So, this game coming up this weekend, though, is one of those games where you don't get these opportunities all the time. And can South Carolina take advantage? You know, can they take advantage? And, again, you're only a 3-point underdog against Auburn at home. You're the home dog. This could be one of those games that flips the view on the entire season and, gives you new hope for the 2020 season and really the future of this program under Will Muschamp. So who knows? Who knows? I still say 5-5 or better. That should be the goal. That should be the minimum expectation. If you don't hit that, you didn't have a good year. You didn't have a successful year. But, man, in 2020, I mean, who knows? Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Auburn is very beatable. I do agree with you. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Got to go do it. So. All right, the SEC now dropping their offensive players of the week. Kellen Mond, Najee Harris. Let's see. Oh, wow. We got a call here. To accept. All right. Offensive lineman. Sedarius Hutchinson got offensive lineman of the week. How about that? Congratulations to Sedarius Hutchinson. I'll be darned. Sedarius Hutchinson, offensive lineman of the week. But yeah, again, taking your questions, comments, calls, whatever it may be, whatever you guys want to talk about here on a Monday. I'm going to make this graphic for Sedarius Hutchinson real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Jaden Harris, Kevin Harris had a great game, and look, once Joyner touches the ball, he goes for a touchdown, maybe give him the ball. I agree 100%. You know, it's ironic. It's crazy. We've been clamoring for Dak to touch the football, and the second he does, he goes in for a touchdown. So I don't think anybody should be shocked by that necessarily. He's an athlete. He's a good player. He's an athlete. So for sure, find creative ways. I'm not saying he needs to get 10, 15 passes thrown his way, but find creative ways to get him the football. Guy's an athlete. Guy can make plays. And like I said, he showed you that. Sorry, guys. I'm just making this graphic for Sedarius Hutchinson. He got offensive lineman of the week. So Get joint of the ball. I agree. Tanner Poor, I'm surprised we were only 2.5-point underdogs. I mean, you look at the way that Auburn has played. I mean, again, they look very beatable. Should have lost to Arkansas. Really should have lost to Arkansas. Sorry, guys. Like I said, just posting this graphic of Sedarius Hutcherson real quick. And then we will take all these questions and get through it. Okay, now we're good. Yeah, we got to stop Tank Bigsby. You got to stop the run. I mean, really, for South Carolina, it comes down to every single game. Run the football and stop the run. Run the football, stop the run. It's pretty simple for this Gamecocks football team. I mean, you saw on Saturday, you rush for 289 yards, and that's what a game's going to look like when you rush for 289 yards. You're going to have a lot of success. You're going to have a lot of success when you can run the football the way they did. Carolina Titan, Auburn has a tight end, number 89, that's like 300 pounds, and a freshman running back that's legit. Definitely will be a step up from Vandy. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a different ballgame than Vandy. That freshman, that number 89, yeah, they run him out of like the Wildcat and stuff. It is the craziest thing you've ever seen. But, I really think, and again, just looking ahead, I really think the big matchup in this one is going to be South Carolina's front seven against that Auburn offensive line. Auburn's offensive line has struggled. They have had issues throughout this season, and the Gamecocks certainly have athletes up front. Can South Carolina get after Bo Nix? Because I think Bo Nix has shown him, if you're able to get after him, if you're able to get in his face, he's going to put the football in harm's way. He's going to make mistakes, and I think South Carolina's got defenders that can take advantage of that. Obviously, the secondary's got to play better. Auburn does have some very capable wide receivers, and like I said, the secondary is going to have to step up. J.C. Horn and Israel Mukuamu going to have to step up and play well. But again, overall, I think it's a very winnable game for South Carolina. I think it's a very, very winnable game for South Carolina, no question. Let's see. Tanner Poor, what were we calling when Helinski got in the game? He wasn't going to get the first down on the draw play. I have no idea. I mean, just a simple run play. I really have no idea, to be honest. Blaze Bunch, heard anything about Jalen Brooks? No, nothing. Nope. And I've really just kind of I doubt he plays this year. Doubt he plays, honestly. So Andrew Bauer says, feeling kind of good about this game. If we lose, it'll be a close one. Yeah, I mean, again, look at the spread. Auburn -3. I think it certainly will be a close game, no question. I think it'll be a close game. So very much back and forth game. But overall, definitely feels good to sit here and talk to you guys on a Monday after South Carolina gets a dominating performance. I think the Vandy win is such. It's one that we're happy. We're elated that we got the W. You process it, you move on. Now you look ahead to Auburn. I think this week will be more so spent talking about the Auburn game than, because I'd ask you, what did you really learn from Vandy? You know what I mean? There were things I think we already knew that sort of got cemented about, like Kevin Harris, for example. But it was, again, it was nice, not to take it lightly, but it was nice to see a South Carolina football team go out there, beat a team it was supposed to beat. You're more talented than them. You're the better football team. I said that all week. But now you get a real test. Now you get a real challenge. Auburn comes to town again. They're very beatable. You got them at home. I know I wish it was going to be a packed out, raucous 80,000 fan Williams-Brice Stadium. It's not, but you still get them at home. Can you take advantage? Again, if you're going to get your program going on the right track, if you're Will Muschamp and you want to say, hey, my program's headed in the right direction, I just genuinely feel like this is one of those games. This is one of those opportunities. This is one of those moments. You have to take advantage of it. You have to take advantage of it. It's right there for you. It's right there for the taking. Heck, I think South Carolina is going to be the sexy upset pick of the weekend. I think a lot of people you're going to see picking South Carolina because it just feels like this is one of those moments where the stars feel like they're almost sort of aligning for Carolina. So we'll see. Could be totally off. Who knows? But it's definitely an opportunity for South Carolina at home to get a huge win. And really, again, if you can win this football game, you're going to put your 2020 season right back on track. You're going to get your 2020 season right back on track where it needs to go. So if you guys are wondering why I'm looking at my phone, by the way, it's because I know the SEC is announcing kickoff times for the following week for the LSU game. So I'm trying to see what time are we going to kick off. What time are we going to kick off against LSU? So and I'm hoping it's an afternoon. Hoping it's an afternoon game. Hunter Brown, do you think Luke Doty has a chance to start next year? Quarterback, hope Muschamp doesn't let someone as talented as him never see the field. I mean, certainly he has a chance. I think it'll depend a lot on what Colin Hill decides to do. Will he go to the NFL? Will he come back? Whatever. I was pretty sold on Colin Hill probably coming back next year, but, some people have said they think, because he's got a big arm. He's got a big arm, no question. Some people think he'll leave. So that'll be a decision that will obviously impact that race. But, no, Doty certainly will have a chance. Doty will certainly have a chance. And a guy, again, that has talent, that's mobile, can do it both, can throw and run. Yeah, I mean, I think he'll certainly have a chance to start. Andrew Bowers, probably a 3:30 kickoff against LSU. Obviously, with it being in Baton Rouge, I don't want it to be at night because not many teams win. Really, nobody. You don't win at night in Baton Rouge. So either a noon or 3:30. But, man, it's going to be crazy if we have, 1, 2, 3. If we have 4 straight noon games, my God. So I'm hoping for the afternoon kick. It's funny. I've actually grown to appreciate the noon games doing what I do because obviously for me, I'm so busy with the games on social media and doing all the videos and stuff like that. It's kind of nice when the game is at noon to just kick back for the rest of the afternoon and chill and watch the games and stuff like that. When the games are at night, you kind of sit around, you wait all day. But I mean, obviously I love a night game, but 3:30 would be the perfect slot. I'm really pulling for a 3:30 kickoff. So Darius Hutcherson, SEC Offensive Lineman of the Week. There we go. Very good stuff. Again, taking your questions, comments, calls. If you do want to call in, 843-790-3377. Talking South Carolina's 41-7 win over Vandy. We can also start to talk a little bit of Auburn. Whatever you guys want to chat about, whatever you want to discuss, we can do it. Again, a lot to get into here on a Monday. Feels good. Obviously getting the win, dominating win. Fun day of football after watching that and everything else. But, yeah, so whatever you guys want to chat about, we can knock it out. Andrew Bowers, do you think Jaheim Bell gets playing time this week now that he is back? I doubt it. I mean, I think Nick Muse is your main target. Outside of that, maybe Bell slides in the rotation. I know the coaching staff was high on him when he was practicing, but I think Muse is going to be your guy. I think Muse is going to be your number one target. Does he play? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he'll play, but yeah, I think Muse is going to be your lead target as far as the tight end position is concerned. Lance Player, I think Joyner made his case for getting the football. Yeah, you think so? It like I said, it's so ironic. It's so funny. He touches it one time, goes for a touchdown. So if that doesn't tell you he needs to get the football more, I don't know what will. I mean, the guy, again, I'm not saying he should be the focal point of the offense or he should be a guy that's getting it 10, 15 times a game, but he's too good of an athlete not to touch the football. He's too good of an athlete not to touch the ball. So Joshua MUT says, what do you think our record will be? Well, I picked 3-7 before the season, and so far it's gone exactly how I predicted. I predicted we lose the first 2 and beat Vandy. So I'm going to stick with 3-7. I'm not budging off of my record. Obviously, you go week to week, and hell, if you beat Auburn, obviously it changes a lot of things. But And it's why a game like Auburn's so important. You know, we talked about the Tennessee game for the season, how that was a must-win game, and, you know, it's really going to set the tone for your season. Well, you didn't beat Tennessee. Now it makes a game like Auburn that's so winnable, it makes it a must-win because it's like, okay, you didn't beat Tennessee. Where are you going to find that win at? Auburn is one of those games where you have a great chance. You have a great chance. You're at home. You got to take advantage. You have to take advantage when you got an opportunity like this. Can they? We'll see. SEC football, too. What's up, man? What's going on? Jaden Harris, Jordan Burks, and Shiloh Sanders had good hits. Yeah, they played well. I thought we saw some good plays from some of those young guys on defense, especially Burch. He is an absolute locomotive coming through the hole there, man. He's got a bright future at South Carolina. Will Collins, if we go 1-9, do we keep Muschamp? Colton Gaither stay committed, and Gunner stay committed. I mean, if we go 1-9, do we keep Muschamp? It's tough to say, man. Again, with the pandemic and the economic ramifications and everything that's happened, I can't say 110% for certain. But again, like I said before, it's easy in the offseason to say, oh, there's no way he could be fired. He's going to come back 110%. But when you go through a 1-9, 2-8, even 3-7 season, when you go through it, it's a lot harder to sit there and say, okay, we're 100% going to keep him no matter what. It gets a little tougher. Andrew Bowers, joiner in the Wildcat. Yeah, dude, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Again, get your best athletes on the field. Get your best athletes on the field, no question. Jerry Withrow says, hire Bill O'Brien. Please, dear God, no. I'm going to pass on that. I'm good on Bill O'Brien. I will pass on Bill O'Brien. Let's see. Clemson, Syracuse announced for a noon kickoff. Where is the kickoff for LSU? Where is that at? Give me the kickoff times. I want to see the kickoff times. Okay. Again, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. If you do want to call in, you can certainly do so, or leave your questions right here in the comments. Tim Dorn, Muschamp is too conservative to use joiner in the Wildcat. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't know why he wouldn't. Again, you see what he did. One carry for 47 yards and a touchdown. Guy obviously has athletic ability. We knew that. I mean, get him on the field. Get the ball in his hands. And again, I'm not saying give it to him 7, 8, 9, 10 times a game, but he needs to touch it 2 or 3 or 4 times. I mean, just give a playmaker an opportunity to make a play. Give a playmaker an opportunity to make a play. There's no harm in that. There's no shame in that, and that's something you should be doing. Jerry Withrow, do you think the spread is too low? I actually don't. I mean, look at the way Auburn has played. They should have lost to Arkansas. So, I mean, I think the spread is right on the money. I mean, you think Carolina gets three points for being the home team. So, on a neutral site, South Carolina be a 6-point favorite. In Auburn, they'd be a 6-point dog. In Auburn, they'd be a 9-point dog. It makes sense. Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's up, Chris?
Hey, not much. How are you?
Good. How about you? I know the Vanderbilt game. It was hell of a game. Our defense looked shitty in the first half. I mean, they looked like complete shit. And I just want to say, what you think Will Muschamp did or said to the boys in the locker room at halftime to get them?
Well, he probably chewed ass. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think really though, I mean, you know, the defense, there's still issues with the defense. I mean, you throw a 0 up on the board in the first half. I mean, I think more so you just saw that the halftime adjustments come offensively, as far as I thought they really committed in the second half to really running the football, shoving it down Vandy's throat, imposing their will up front and winning the line of scrimmage. And that was the biggest difference. I mean, I just thought we committed a lot more to the run game. And because I don't know, it seemed like we were throwing a lot in that first half. And, you know, you started giving it to Kevin Harris and he broke a few off and boom, there you go. So, I mean, once it got rolling, once you got the momentum, I mean, Vanderbilt stood no chance. So, I mean, it's a good win. And like I said, you imposed your will on a team you should have, and you kind of take it for what it's worth. I mean, the defense still has issues. The secondary is still a huge question mark. You know, there's still issues with the defense, I should say. And I mean, again, we're going to get a lot better gauge of this team and the improvements and stuff like that when you take on, an Auburn team that's struggling, but obviously they have talent, Bo Nix and those group of receivers and Tank Bigsby and all those guys. So, and then, an Auburn defense, they lost a lot from last year, but they still obviously have athletes. They've recruited well. So, I think they just probably chewed ass in the locker room and then came out after halftime and, kind of got their head out of their asses and played the way they should have played, just imposed their will on Vandy. I thought they kept it simple in the second half. They kept it really simple. Just run the football, get it to your playmakers and let them make plays. And sure enough, it worked. So, I thought that's what you saw on Saturday.
Yeah. And I mean, just like that. In the Auburn game, I know Auburn's got some, their receivers are really good. Bo Nix, you saw what he did last year against every team, and this year he's just looking sluggish. Bo Nix played a hell of a lot better last year, and this year he looks like a rookie has never seen the football before.
Yeah, no, it's weird. It's weird. His offensive line has been bad. Really his offensive line has been bad, and that's to me one of the biggest matchups going into the game is South Carolina's front seven. Can they produce pressure and help out the secondary against Bo Nix? I think if they can, Bo Nix has shown. He's a gunslinger. He'll throw it into coverage, whatever. And, you have to at least with JC and Izzy, you feel like those two guys, can they take advantage? So, that'll be a big thing. Can South Carolina, take advantage of that Auburn offensive line that struggled so mightily and, get some pressure on Nix? That'll be big.
And one other thing, I was looking at the stats for Carolina and stuff like that, and I think that the one receiver JC has to be on all game. And if I was Will Muschamp, I'd be like, JC, you got to guard Seth Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Williams has been
he's a beast. Yeah,
outstanding. Last year and this year, and I think what's going to come down to it is even if JC can't do it, you still got Izzy sitting right there. So I think the thing's going to be about the game Saturday is if they can contain Seth Williams, then I feel like we got a pretty good shot to pull this out. Yeah, no,
that's definitely the number one option. He's an NFL guy, so it'll be with JC and him. I expect JC to be on. It'll be a matchup between two guys you'll see in the league. So I would definitely fully expect JC to follow Seth Williams around all day long because again, Seth Williams is a legitimate big time wide receiver. So I agree with you 100%.
He's good. He's absolutely. He was our Deebo Samuels last year.
Right. Yeah, he's the number one target for sure.
And I know for a fact that that Willie B will be rocking, and I think that if we come out there, and I think we still need to fight and play like we're still 0-3.
Yeah.
And I really think that if Willie B's rocking and we get behind the boys, then we won't be. We'll be unstoppable for the rest of the year. And that's what's going to be. Even with the pandemic going around, I think if Willie B is rocking and we rocking, and nobody can mess with us, nobody at all, because Willie B is the best fan base. South Carolina. I've seen a lot of fan base. I've been to a lot of college football games, and Willie B, that is the best stadium I've ever been to. And Willie B, if Willie B's rocking, and we rocking, and nobody can mess with us. Point blank.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be a good crowd. You'd be surprised how loud 20,000 can get for sure. So it's a big opportunity, man. It's a big opportunity, and again, I think it's just really one of those spots you got to take advantage. But appreciate the call, man, for sure. And obviously, we'll be breaking down the game all throughout the week, and I think it'll be a good game for sure. I think it'll be fun.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited for the game. Like I said, I expect the fans to show up and show out. And, like I said, it's just if you're Muschamp in this program and you're looking for that big win and you're looking for that win to kind of spark everything and get us rolling, get Carolina rolling. This is a game. You got to take advantage. You got to take advantage. This is it. So let's see. Andrew Bowers hired Dan Quinn. Yeah, the Falcons finally pulling the trigger. About damn time. Tyler Noel, Mizzou beating LSU was the surprise of the weekend to me. I don't know if it's more of a testament to Drinkwitz or LSU just isn't that good. Another game that's winnable in my opinion. Yeah, I was shocked. I'm I know LSU lost a lot and everything and whatever, but man, I'm shocked at how bad or the drop off that LSU has had. It's been crazy. So it's very surprising to me. Let's see. Jerry Withrow, Georgia versus Bama. I'm going Georgia by 14 plus. Wow. I don't know about that one, my guy. Lance Player, the K train is rolling. He will have about 90 to 100 and one TD on the ground. Cox win 38-31. I could see it. I mean, you're going to need to get the football in Kevin Harris's hands for sure. And like I said, he's established himself as RB1. He is the guy. He's the go-to guy. I'm not going to keep repeating it game after game after game because, it's pretty obvious at this point. One of the keys for this season in every single game is feed the ball to Kevin Harris. He's your guy. I think this offense is going to start with Kevin Harris. You're just not going to have the success you want offensively if you're not going to get Kevin Harris going. So continue to run the football, lean on your offensive line. They are a veteran group. Harris has shown you he's a big-time back. I think he needs to touch the football 20 to 25 times a game, no question. For sure. So let's see. Will Hall, do you think this is the biggest game of the season and could determine the rest of the season's success? I think week to week you go and you see, every game is huge at this point. But like I said, I just think, losing to Tennessee, we said that was a must win. Losing to Tennessee, so you lose that one. Where do you steal one and get that win back or whatever? And this Auburn game to me looks as winnable as any you have left on the schedule in regards to like an upset is concerned because, you got Auburn, you're a 3-point dog at home. LSU, I know they lost. It looks winnable, but you got to go to their place. Texas A&M at home, they just beat Florida. Who knows what everything will look like in 3 weeks, but you haven't beaten them in 6 tries. Ole Miss on the road, that one looks daunting. Mizzou at home, they just beat LSU. That's not a slam dunk. Georgia's Georgia, and then at Kentucky. This Auburn game, like I said, it looks as winnable as any big game you have left. So, yeah, I think it's a situation you need to take advantage. You need to take advantage for sure. Philip Carr haters, Drinkwitz strikes again, doing more with less to beat LSU. Yeah, again, I'm just very, very surprised. I can't lie to you. I was extremely surprised they got that W. Let's see. Where are the kickoff times? Dang it. Can't find them. They haven't released them yet. Nope, nothing yet. All right, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377, guys. Whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk about the Vandy game? You want to talk Auburn? Anything else? This is a great week to be a sports fan, by the way. We've got MLB playoffs every single day. We've got NFL on tonight and tomorrow. We've got college football on every night starting Wednesday through Saturday. Obviously, NFL Sunday. It's a great week to be a sports fan. So, let's see. Jerry Wither, Alabama's defense is trash, though. Georgia is great both ways. I still don't think Georgia wins by 14 plus. I think it'll be a very competitive game, very good game. Saban will have the boys ready to go. Let's see. What's the spread is? I should know this already, but I didn't look at that one. Let's see. Also, I'm assuming that's a night game, right? Tennessee, Kentucky's at noon. Arkansas, Ole Miss is the 3. Oh, that's on ESPN2 at 3:30. I was like, there's no. Okay, Florida, LSU is the CBS game. Where is Georgia? Vandy, Mizzou. That's 8 o'clock CBS. Bama, Georgia. Bama's a 5-point favorite, by the way. 5-point favorite. And you're saying you're going to take Georgia to win by 14. Very interesting. Andrew Bowers, Braves beating the Dodgers. You heard it here first. I surely hope so, man. The Dodgers have been the thorn in the Braves' side for God, it seems like forever. So I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Game 1 tonight. I'm excited. Philip Carter Harris, rumor up here is that after Alex Cora's suspension, the Red Sox are going to hire him back. That would be a bold move by them. That would be a very bold. They were trash this year, though. I feel for you. The Sox were terrible. Sox were garbage. Garbage. Taking your questions, comments, calls here on a Monday. If you do want to call in, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Lance Player, I'm just happy they took care of business. Even with some struggles early, it has been so exciting. Just knowing our offense can handle the moment and make things happen. Yeah, the offense is much, much better. I will say kudos to Mike Bobo. The offense has been much better than even I expected. I didn't know if this offense would average 20 points per game. And to see what they've done offensively, I think the steady hand of Colin Hill has helped tremendously as well. So kudos to those guys. Again, the offense has been great. Carolina Titan, what do you think about what Kiffin is doing at Ole Miss in year 1 without players he recruited? I mean, dude's an offensive guru. He's an offensive genius, and you're seeing that. And yeah, he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job for him. Jerry Withrow, I'm ready for Carolina baseball. Hell yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you for sure. It's honestly killing me that I can't go to scrimmages or anything like that. It is absolutely killing me. So I hate it, but what can you do? Thanks a lot, COVID. Rob Sims, do you think we get Joyner more involved going forward? I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so, man. Again, like I was saying earlier, I'm not saying get the ball to Joyner 10, 11, 12 times a game or anything crazy like that, but he needs to touch the football in some capacity. Like, you need to get the football in your best athlete's hands. And I mean, you cannot sit here and look at him run and say he's not one of your best athletes. Like, do a little wildcat, do a bubble screen, do the reverse, the jet sweeps like you saw on Saturday, whatever. Just find a way to get the ball in his hands. Like, it shouldn't take a blowout to get him in the game, So, Jason Newton, Auburn beat Arkansas Saturday night. Yes, they did. Should they have won? Probably not. But yes, Auburn did get that win. You are correct. Yeah, definitely didn't deserve to win that game. You can't look at that and say they did. That was a very interesting ending. We'll put it that way for sure. Let's see. Jerry Withrow, Birch laid out that kid. Yeah, he did. No, he did for sure. Jordan Birch is a beast, man. Birch is a beast. There's no question. No question. The kid's a beast. So, again, taking your questions, comments, calls, guys. I do want to say thank you so much, by the way. Everybody who came out to Overtime Bar and Grill, supported, came out and watched the game. Everybody that tunes in as well to the Daily Crow pregame and postgame. You guys are what make this fun. I mean, if nobody tuned in, this wouldn't be very fun to do. So, I do appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in, everything else, comment, interact, stuff like that. By the way, I will tell you guys, I haven't posted the graphic yet, but we're doing it again. 3rd week in a row. Same exact setup, same exact scenario. Overtime Bar and Grill Saturday watch party for the Auburn game. I know it's a home game. We're doing the watch party at Overtime Bar and Grill. So again, if you're not going to the stadium, which is most people at this point, to be honest, come on out to Overtime Bar and Grill. Doors open at 11, kickoff at noon. I'll be doing the pregame show 11 to 11:30, postgame immediately following. Going to be a lot of fun. The venue's fantastic. I'm having a blast, by the way. I'm having a blast going there and watching these games. It's a great venue. It's a great time. Food's great. Service is great. Got cold drinks, hot wings. Really good time. So come check it out. Overtime Bar and Grill. Let's see. Philip Carter Harris, what should the university do to acknowledge the women's basketball team from last season that was going to most likely championship is putting up a banner fair? I wouldn't do that. I just, come on, man. The season didn't happen. I know it sucks, but hey, it sucks for everybody. I'd rather don't be that team that puts up a banner for a championship you didn't win. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, listen, it sucks. We know they probably won the title, but again, everybody got screwed out of the postseason. Everybody got screwed out of the season. I mean, I know it sucks. But don't go around claiming titles that didn't happen. I'm not a fan of that. Jonathan Moffrey, do you think the former Gamecocks are content with the program at this point? Example, Swearinger and Gurley. I mean, I think they want to see it get back to where it was, for sure, especially those guys that played from 10 to 13 that sort of built the program, you could say. I think they're frustrated. They want to see it get back to where it was. Again, it starts with beating a team like Auburn on Saturday. That's what it comes down to. I think it's put up or shut up time for those guys, especially with the Muschamp era. I think that's how a lot of them feel. Again, I don't want to speak for them. I don't want to speak for them or anything like that, but I think you saw the comments from Swearinger on yesterday, or saw Swearinger's comments from yesterday. You know what I mean? As far as guys bragging about beating Vanderbilt and stuff like that, and I think they just want to see the program get back. So, where are the kickoff times? Let's see. Chris, really bothered by the amount of jawing by the players. Their play doesn't warrant that. I mean, our guys talk a lot. I think that's just really a culture thing in football now, though, to be totally honest with you. Jonathan Moffrey, we need to be excited that we won our first game, but not celebrate. You should celebrate when you win the big games. Again, I get it. Trust me, I get it. I hate guys flexing when they give a big play or you're down by a bunch. It's like, come on, get back to the huddle. Let's go. What about the Lakers? Honestly, dude, I just genuinely do not care about NBA. I really, really don't. So I saw the Lakers won for sure. If you're a Lakers fan, congrats. I didn't watch a single game of the finals. I'm not a NBA guy like that. So Rick Boss definitely felt where Swearinger was coming from. That's the same way players speak to one another. The locker room public is just not used to it. Yeah, I mean, I agree. DJ hit on some points, and maybe could he have gone about it a different way? Sure, but he spoke his truth, and we all know DJ's not a guy that's going to hold back. So, Will Collins, how do you think Gilmore and Swearinger and Clowney feel about Muschamp in our program? Again, I think they want to see it improve. I think they want to see it get back to what it was. But Jonathan Moffrey, what was the fight about on our sidelines? I did not see that. I did not see a fight on the sidelines. I could have missed that, but let's see. Taking your questions, comments, calls, guys, everything else. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Let's see. Again, taking your comments, questions. You guys want to talk Vandy? You want to talk Auburn? You want to talk anything else? We can knock it out. But overall, good win. Happy to sit here on a Monday talking about a win versus talking about a loss. You process it, you move on. It is what it is. You beat Vandy, you beat a team you were supposed to beat. Bravo. Now you've got a big opportunity. That Auburn game is a big opportunity, in my opinion. Huge, huge. The chance to, again, when you take a look at programs and those program-defining wins and wins that sort of sparked a turnaround and got your program on track, you think back for Carolina under Steve Spurrier, Ole Miss 09, Bama 2010. Those were kind of the turning the corner wins, if you will. Beating a team like Auburn, it just feels like to me is one of those. It's just one of those games that if you're gonna try to justify the program's headed in the right direction under Muschamp, a game like Auburn's one that you just need to win. You just need to win flat out. Let's see. Alex mentioned, what's your thoughts on the Georgia-Tennessee game? Tennessee showed some good things, but I thought I thought Georgia was the much better team. I had a -12 and they covered. So, Tennessee's kind of got things going under Jeremy Pruitt, but no, I picked Georgia to cover -12, and sure enough, they did. So, yeah, Christian Carver, the way Ole Miss played the other night, they could give us problems, and they are explosive on offense. Yeah, that'll be a huge test for our secondary and our defense as a whole. Savannah Webster, great win. We needed that biggest takeaway from the game. And I said this on the podcast, and I'll say it again. My biggest takeaway from the game is that this offense needs to run through Kevin Harris. This offense needs to run through Kevin Harris. Bottom line, he needs to be touching the football 20 to 25 times a game. We need to lean on Kevin Harris. He's shown himself truly as RB1. And again, he needs to be that guy for us. So that was my biggest takeaway from the game for sure. Taylor Novinger says, do you think we can run the ball on Auburn? I think we can. I mean, obviously not the success we ran on Vandy, ran for 289 yards. I don't expect that against Auburn, but you're going to have to establish the run. I talked about it again before the season. I'll stick to it. South Carolina won't win a game where it rushes for less than 100 yards. Just flat out, it won't. So, let's see. Rick Boss, how do you feel about what you saw with Shiloh in the lineup at safety? Also, looking ahead to Auburn, Tank Bigsby is a definite player who we are going to have to game plan around. Yeah, Tank Bigsby, a good player. I'm sure we all remember him from the recruiting trail. Carolina did not get him. But yeah, so I liked what I saw from Shiloh overall. Big hitter. I think he's still improving, getting better, still a young player, but yeah, he's a guy that needs to play. He's a guy that needs to play and is going to be in the rotation for sure. Let's see. Let's see. KG, Seth Williams is our key guy. Yeah, I think you put JC on him all game, let JC work. That'll be a great matchup. Two guys that are NFL caliber guys that'll be doing it on Sundays, no question. So I fully expect JC to be all over Seth Williams. I fully expect that to be the case. So. Let's see. Christian Carver, we're in the 5th year of the Muschamp era. We can't use the Steve Spurrier excuse anymore. I agree 110% with you. Taylor Novinger, I think LSU is more winnable than the Georgia game. Yeah, no question. At this point, yeah, LSU has major issues. I mean, listen, like I said, I know they lost like their entire team, but I'm shocked how bad LSU is right now. Philip Carter Harris, UNC continues to win. They brought in a championship-winning coach and have completely turned that program around, bringing in big recruits, etc. This might be a lesson for Carolina. I mean, I'll say this, though. UNC is not the 5th best team in the country. Like, give me a break. The rankings are so just wacky this year because of COVID and Big Ten and Pac-12 not playing yet. Like, UNC is not the 5th best team in the country, man. No way. Rick Boss, what's the deal with Tyreke Johnson? He was a guy who got hurt coming into last season, who had a lot of praise from the coaching staff. Has he played any this year? I think he's still hurt. I genuinely have no idea, man. I think he's a guy who's just honestly battled injuries. So, yeah, I'm not 110% sure. Sorry, guys. I just keep checking my phone to see if I think they'll probably announce it like 1 o'clock. Again, taking your questions, comments, calls. We can talk Vandy. We can talk Auburn. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we can knock it out here on a Monday. Very, very exciting Monday. Victory Monday. We've got Braves tonight. We've got NFL tonight. Who's the Monday night game again? Who is the Monday night game? Is it Saints maybe? I could be totally off. Because tomorrow I know it's the Bills, right? Tonight it is. Yeah, it's the Saints, right? Yeah, Saints Chargers tonight. Tomorrow it's Bills Titans. So, did Tyreke transfer? Hell, I don't even know. Again, I have no idea. Logan says, our recruiting class is currently 41st in the nation. Am I missing something, or are we just skipping out on this class? Well, I told you guys, I've said this all off season. Again, I know I probably don't talk about recruiting as much as some other sites or whatever you may listen to. I mean, I like recruiting, but I'm not like a diehard recruiting guy. But I will tell you, I said before, I just think that the South Carolina's recruiting class was going to finish probably at best 35th. I mean, I think you're going to see this is going to be the worst class ranking-wise in a while because the talent in the state's just not there this year. The talent in state is weak. It is very, very weak. So, and it's going to be tough for South Carolina coming off a 4-8 season last year. This year, right now, you're 1-2. To go out and get blue chippers, to go get highly rated blue chippers, how are you going to do that? So I think that's why you're seeing the dip in the recruiting class rankings, to be totally honest with you. I just think the in-state talent this year is as weak as it's been in quite some time. So Andrew Bowers, Jalen can't get weighed with a guy that leaves UGA and goes to Tennessee, automatically gets weighed to play. It's pathetic. Yeah, South Carolina is just terrible with the NCAA. I really don't know what to say. And the NCAA sucks. We know that. Christian Carver, we need a Mac Brown type coach to bring in and help our program, but I do agree UNC isn't the 5th best team. Yeah. No, there's no way. Clayton says Carolina and Clemson can never be great at the same time. Historically, when Clemson is up, SC is down and vice versa. The state of South Carolina is just too small recruiting-wise, and we can't win with UGA and Clemson's leftovers. I mean, South Carolina and Clemson were both good from 10 to 13. So, and I mean, I'll be totally honest with you, man. That's a convenient excuse as far as saying, oh, Clemson's great. Bro, Clemson's not even taking the in-state talent. Clemson they don't have to recruit in-state. They've become a national brand. They go pull the best player from 5 different states. Like, because that's been my biggest thing is Will Muschamp. He's been able to hang his hat on, well, we recruited the state so well. Well, the reason you've been able to recruit the state so well, honestly, one of the big reasons is Clemson doesn't have to. Clemson doesn't have to recruit the state anymore. So, Lance Player, do you think old Boogie Huntley can clog it up the middle and bring some inside pressure? His ankle is good. Yeah, him, Sandage, Keir Thomas. Hopefully you get Keir Thomas. Back for the Auburn game. But Jabari Ellis, Zach Pickens, those guys, yeah, continue to create that inside pressure for sure. Alex Mitchum, do you think this could have been the turning point of the season just for the Mud Dogs? Yeah. 1 month from the Masters. How about that? 1 month from the Masters. Holy smokes. That's going to be awesome. Yep, Auburn's still a 3-point favorite over South Carolina. All right. Again, taking your questions, comments, calls. Got a little bit over 10 minutes left here on a Monday. How you guys feeling on a Monday? This feels it's a good Monday, solid Monday. Busy Monday, busy Monday for yours truly for sure. Really a exciting week too. We got some hella good interviews planned. Your guy is going on a podcast this week that you're all very, very familiar with as Gamecock fans. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and we'll go from there. I think it'll probably drop Thursday if I had to guess. But yeah, it's an exciting week. Very, very, very exciting week. Jerry Withrow, why are the tickets so high? Well, I think it's just supply and demand, man. They're so limited. They're so limited. I'll take a look at SeatGeek right now, but I guarantee you the Auburn game is stupidly expensive. And honestly, that's why I'm doing watch parties, man. That's why I'm doing watch parties. I just, as much as I'd like to go, it's just, I mean, dude, I don't want to pay $172 is what they're starting at. $176 is what tickets are starting at. Like, I have no interest in paying $176 for those tickets. Andrew Bowers, has anyone heard anything on Lloyd? Haven't heard nothing since he had his surgery, and I'm sure he's just rehabbing, man. There's not going to be a lot to come out about. I think no news is good news when it comes to Marshawn Lloyd. Rob Smith, how much confidence do you think Joyner gained from getting that touchdown this past week? And does that lead to more touches for Dak? I mean, I'm sure it boosts his confidence up. Just let him know, hey, I can do it. And I'm sure I'm not sure that he ever thought he couldn't, but yeah, it's definitely got to be a huge confidence boost. And I think hopefully it will lead to more touches because, again, I mean, we knew he was a good athlete, but now you see it on the field. He goes for a touchdown. I mean, you would certainly think that's going to lead. I'm not, again, like I said earlier in the show, I'm not saying he should get 10 to 12 touches. I'm just saying, though, 3, 4, 5 touches a game. He's one of your best playmakers. He's one of your best athletes. Get the football in his hands. Why not? Get it in his hands. So, Jonathan Vaughns, any advantages we have over Auburn? Any advantages? I think our defensive line against their offensive line, I do think we have the advantage there. I think our secondary could be an advantage. I know they've been a weak spot, but no, I would say the biggest one, though, is our D-line against their O-line. I feel good about that. I feel good about us potentially winning the battle on the line of scrimmage, getting to Bo Nix, causing havoc in the backfield. I like that matchup a lot, to be honest with you. Taking your questions, comments, calls, guys. Less than 10 minutes, 843-790-3377. Tim Woodward, we are underperforming in sacks. How do we fix it? It's crazy because South Carolina, a lot of times, is getting really close. Just not finishing the job, whatever reason. So I think continue to do, you got to get creative, exotic with the blitzes, stuff like that. But, I mean, I'm how do you fix it? I mean, that's a great question. If you want to blitz more, but then you're putting your secondary on an island. So I like the front seven South Carolina has, to be perfectly honest with you. I want to see guys, though, like Sterling and Johnson get more involved if you want to send them on some different blitz packages, stuff like that. So it's tough to say because, again, it's so, getting sacks is harder than it used to now as far as the offenses. They get the ball out so quickly now. But you got to finish. You got to finish the job. When you get the opportunity, you got to finish. So Alex Mitchum, with Muschamp having been a DC at Auburn, give a little more insight to their ways of doing things, or has it probably changed since he was there? It may help. It may help a little bit, but yeah, I mean, he hadn't been there in 5 years, man. I mean, I think it's Chad Morris's offense too. It's a different offense. So, I'm sure Will understands what Gus Malzahn wants to do, what he wants his offense to look like. But overall, I would say, I mean, it's a new team, it's a new system, it's a new scheme. So, Rob Smith, is it just me or does Colin Hill have trouble getting the offense to line up quicker? I just feel like he should. He does not have control of the offense like he should. I haven't had any issues with Colin Hill. I think Colin Hill's played beautifully through 3 weeks, to be perfectly honest with you. And I don't really, I'm going to talk about this probably in the clips that I put on social media today. I don't really understand the Colin Hill slander. Again, he's not going to go out there and throw for 350 and beat them by himself or anything like that, but I think he's played beautifully. I think he's played beautiful football through 3 weeks. He hasn't put it in harm's way. He's commanded the offense. He's been the veteran. He's been the leader we all thought he would be. It's obvious he has a great grasp of the offense. So, again, I've had no issues. I've had no issues with Colin Hill through 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, excuse me. Absolutely none. So, going to wrap it up here shortly, guys. Again, taking your questions, comments, all that good stuff. Let's see. Jonathan Moffrey, Helinski looked lost out there. I mean, again, it's tough to say because, I mean, he didn't even get to throw the football, like limited time, whatever. But, again, I just think it comes down to this, guys. Colin Hill won the job fair and square. You can either get behind that or you can't. Like, I don't really know what to tell you. You can either support it and get behind it or you can't. He won the job fair and square. Like, let him live. He won the damn job. So, Jonathan Vaughn's Colin might be the best we've had since Connor Shaw, in my opinion. That is, I don't know. I think Dylan was pretty damn good. Dylan Thompson, remember him? He was pretty good. H-Man 9-8. Kevin Harris is a stud. You could see he was going one. Kevin Harris is a stud. You could see he was going to be solid from the few carries he got last year. Yeah, no, I will say this. I expected Kevin Harris to be a very serviceable option. You kind of felt like you knew what you were getting out of him as far as a tough, hard-nosed runner, but he's even surpassed my expectations for him. So yeah, Kevin Harris has been a huge bright spot for this team, no doubt. Philip Carter Harris, Colin Hill has only one turnover so far, and that one was not all on him. Dude has played well. I agree 110%. Guys played very, very well. He is not an issue at all. Again, I think he's played beautiful football. And after dealing with Jake Bentley for so long, it's kind of nice, because I would say the ceiling for Jake is certainly higher than Colin Hill. But it was such a roller coaster. It was such an up and down roller coaster. It's nice to have steady hand. That steady hand, he's steady Eddie. Again, he's not going to go throw for 350 or 400 or whatever and have some crazy game and go win the game for you on his own, but he's also not going to lose the football game. He's going to put you in position to win a football game. So overall, I have no issues with the way Collins played, 110%. Alex Mitchum, everyone keeps saying we want Ryan, and don't get me wrong, he was a good quarterback for what happened last year, but this gives him some time to learn the offense, and Hill has been doing great and is what we needed. I agree. Again, I agree. He's exactly what Bobo wanted. There's a reason Bobo brought him with him. He knew, hey, this guy knows my offense. He knows my system. He knows the verbiage. And you've seen that. You've seen a guy who looks like a veteran quarterback. He knows exactly what's going on with the offense. He has played very well. I really just do feel like, again, if the backup quarterback's name wasn't Ryan Helinski, nobody'd give a damn. Nobody'd be saying anything about the way Collins playing. I fully believe that. And honestly, if you're touting for Ryan Helinski to be the starting quarterback at this point, you just want to have you just want to be different. You want to see a change for the sake of a change, because there's nothing Colin Hill has done to lose the job. Absolutely nothing. Carolina Titan, can't wait to see Smash and Dash with Lloyd and Harris next year. Yeah, I agree with you. Honestly, I agree with you. It's you think of that 1-2 punch with Lloyd and Harris, and it's very exciting to think about. Honestly, it's really, really, really exciting. No question. No question for sure. Let's see. Got about 2.5 minutes left, guys. Taking your questions, comments, everything else. You guys hit me with them. Let's see. Yep, got about 2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes left here on a Monday. Really do appreciate you guys tuning in again. Reminder, if you haven't done so, go check out the podcast, episode 294, recapping the Vanderbilt win. Also, Colton Gauthier, 2021 quarterback commit, joined me on the show. Really fun conversation. Great kid. Excited to see him in Garnet and Black. That's part of the show today as well. So be sure to go check out the podcast. Also, just a quick reminder, guys, for the Auburn game, if you're in the city, we're going to do it again. Overtime Bar and Grill, watch party at Overtime. Doors at 11, kickoff at noon. I'll be going live pregame and postgame. Same as I've done, exactly same as the last 2 weeks. So really, really excited for that as well. Savannah Webster was happy to see Hill run. Great running touchdown. I agree. Mobile quarterback alert. Savannah Webster also says, what grade would you give Hill? I'd probably give him a B. I'd say a B. That's fair. He's done really nice things. He's taken care of the ball. He's ran the offense well. But again, he hasn't done anything flashy or out of the ordinary or anything crazy. So I'd give him a B. A solid B, no doubt. H-Man says, doesn't everybody get an extra year of eligibility due to COVID? Yes. So everybody that's a freshman this year is a freshman next year. Everybody's a senior this year is a senior next year. So, hell, we could be seeing the exact same team come back next year. I mean, who knows? Who knows for sure? So, yep, for sure. But yeah, guys, again, appreciate the questions, comments. If you haven't done so, like I said, go check out the podcast that dropped today, Vandy recap, and also Colton Gauthier. Fantastic conversation. We'll be doing this every single day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Go check it out. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, guys. So really do appreciate the time. Really appreciate you guys interacting. As always, I'm Chris Phillips, the Spurs Up Show. We'll do it again tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow at noon. Take care.